So here we're going to recap how to multiply algebraic terms, remembering that coefficients are the big numbers in front, the variable or the base is the x, and then the power there would be the 3. So when we're timesing coefficients together, timesing algebra terms together, we want to times the coefficient and then add the powers if the bases are the same. So let's take a look. Let's look for the coefficients here. Those are the big numbers in front. So I have 4 times 5 times, that's an invisible 1. So 4 times 5 is 20 times 1 is 20. And now I'm going to look to see if any of these have the same base. A, B, and C, those are all different. So when I have different bases, I'm just going to write them next to each other with no time sign, because we can make the time signs invisible when they're between letters. So I know there's an invisible time sign between the A and the B there, and between the B and the C. Okay, next example. Again, look for the coefficients. 4 times 2 times 3. So 4 times 2 is 8, times 3 is 24. And then I'm going to look at the bases here, A, B, and C. Again, they're all different, so I can just write them out in alphabetical order next to each other, A, B, C. In this example, let's look at coefficients again. 2 times 3 times the invisible 1. So 2 times 3 is 6, times 1 is 6, so I have 6. But now look here, I have an A, an A, and an A, so I've got the same bases. And in this case, we need to add the powers if it's the same variable or the same base. So A, and A. You'll notice there's no power written there. That's because it's just a little invisible 1, which is often what happens. Remember, you can have an invisible 1 for a power, so if you don't see one, draw on your 1. And how many A's are there? 1, 2, and 3. So I add them up. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. So 6A cubed. 6 times A to the power of 3. In this next example, I see I've got 1, 1, 1, 1, a bunch of invisible 1s for coefficients, and 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 is just going to give me 1. You can write it out if you want, or you can leave it off. But let's look at how many B's I have here. They're all the same base, so B, 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 and B. They have invisible powers of 1 on all of them. So B to the power of 1 times B to the power 1 times B to the power 1 times B to the power 1. That means there's 4 B's there. So I'm going to write B to the power of 4. And again, you can write that as just B to the power of 4 without the 1 in front. Either way will work.